Hello, Reset participants. Welcome to the accountability track. My name is John Damaso, and in this video, I hope to share with you some exciting possibilities for this track where I will serve as your companion. If you scroll down in our Reset module, you'll see there's an accountability section. In this track, as you did with agency, we will work to reflect, refine, and reset our approach to accountability. We will start with definitions. Accountability can mean how we assess students, how we assess ourselves, and how others assess us. Altogether, our cohort in this track will aim to uncover some new ways to hold ourselves accountable, to hold our students accountable, and to make teaching and learning a restorative and joyful process for everyone. We'll start with some introductions. Again, my name is John Damaso, and I teach and serve as an English chair at Brophy Prep in Phoenix. When you introduce yourself and when you participate in some of our activities, you may be exposed to some new tools. Some of these tools can be adapted by you in your classroom for the purposes of assessment. So in the introductory activities, we will be using VoiceThread and Flipgrid. We will try to be multimodal in our approaches. We will write responses to discussion board posts. We'll record videos of our reflections. And we'll also produce actionable content that we can use in our courses. So in the reflect section, as you see here, we will do some defining. We'll watch a TEDx talk on accountability and have a conversation. I'll ask you some tough questions about how you assess students, how you assess yourself, and how your administration assesses you. I'll also be using video and podcast content to deepen our understanding. There will be questionnaires that I ask you to participate in that you can then turn over to your students. For example, this index of learning styles. I'll ask you to consider how you were assessed when you were a student, and if that's your inclination now to assess your students the way that you were, and is there a chance to refine and reset that practice? Throughout our cohort, we will have coaching sessions as well as cohort meetings. In the refine section, I'll ask you to kind of get into the nitty-gritty of what you do. I'll ask you to literally count your assessments in your gradebook and categorize them. I'll encourage you to consider other ways of grading with some innovations. And I'll ask you to collaborate with your students on assessment. And finally, in the reset section, we'll do a lot of creation. So I'll ask you to create an instrument of how you want to be assessed as a teacher. If we give students choice with choice boards, for example, in assessments, why can't you also be given that choice by your administration? Deeper into the reset section, we will turn over a lot of power to students. We'll reformulate the way we think about assessment and remove judgment and what happens when we describe what students are doing to them instead of offering value judgments. And then I'll ask you to experiment with a new tool of assessment. And that experiment could include the removal of grading from a particular project or unit or quarter or semester. So it's a lot, but I know the 7 months we've given you to go on this journey together is enough for you to have real takeaways and for you to have, I think, real joy in resetting your approach to accountability. As always, I'm open and free to answer your questions, and I hope you ask them. And I look forward to meeting you in our track on accountability. Thank you.